my name is Breana. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate all the love and support from each and every one of you, new or the ones that have been here from the very beginning. We really appreciate every single one of you. And feel free to like, follow, and subscribe after this video if you're loving it. Just give me some feedback. I am very open to any form of constructive criticism. I love extra positive feedback, but hey, feedback is feedback. And if there's no feedback, then I guess I'm doing something right. But here goes nothing. So I just wanted to actually talk about the reasons why I got the bariatric surgery. Now, the medical term for it is VSG. All that means it's a vertical sleeve. Vertical, right? You know, so vertical sleeve, and what that means is all they're doing is cutting off 80% of your actual stomach in a vertical way. And they're sewing, after they cut that part off, they're sewing, the rest of your stomach together, and it's all vertical. So just wanted to kind of put that out there. Now, the reasons why I personally went with the vertical sleeve option was because for me, I felt like it was the fastest recovery time. That's just my personal opinion. Please do your own research on it. Don't just go ahead and do any type of surgery without doing proper research. So please don't just jump into anything without proper research. And you have to see what's best for you, in your body. You might want to do the bypass, which is completely different, or you might want to do the endoscopic one, or you may want to do the lap band, But for me, the vertical sleeve was the best option for me. Now, I got this surgery because all my life I've been battling with my weight. I've had a love-hate relationship with food my whole life. And I've had good moments and I've had bad moments. I was able to lose over 50 pounds one year of my life, but I did have help with Adipex. And that was the most weight I've lost on my own naturally with proper, food habits and, working out twice a day, 6 to 7 days a week, at home doing HIIT and Taebo, believe it or not, along with Zumba, and just drinking tons of water before and after meals. And I was a pescatarian at that time. So that also aided in my weight loss and how much I've lost at a certain time in that shortened window. But fast forward, that was, 2013. Now we're 2023. And my weight has gone up, it's gone down. And at this point, I was like, you know what? I'm getting older and it's getting harder to lose the weight and keep it off. So in my mind, I was like, I have to do something. Like, this has been going on and on and on, and it's just not going anywhere. And, sometimes I felt really defeated. I was getting in a depressional mood, and, it's really not talked about in our community a lot. Depression as a whole, let alone having it stem from the way we look as women in our community and just in our community, as a whole. But that's another topic for another day. But yes, I don't know. I was just tired of the way I looked. I wasn't happy. And, I'm not overly huge, but I just didn't like the way I personally looked and felt. And I was like, you know what? I want to go ahead and do this. I thought about it in my head for years. I'm like, that makes so much sense. Why not go ahead and get this done, right? But in the States, getting it done, it can cost you, a third of a house payment, okay? Sorry, I take that back. It can cost you a third of your house, paying for it as a whole, like a mortgage, third of your mortgage, let's just say that, in the States. And sometimes that can include a little bit of insurance paying for it, and sometimes insurance doesn't pay for it. So I was like, you know what? I'll just postpone it. In my head, I was like, okay, whatever. It's never going to happen for me, right? Wrong. So I did a little more research. I was watching this show called The Family Chantel. I don't know if anybody watches it. It's a spinoff from 90 Day Fiance, which is another show that I'm obsessed with. But that's another story for another day. So on The Family Chantel, Chantel's sister actually went to her. She talked about her weight loss journey, and she also spoke about going to see a doctor in Tijuana, Mexico, named Dr. Ortiz, who actually works at the EOC facility, which is the same facility that I went to go have my surgery done. And yes, that is the reason why I went to Tijuana and went to that particular surgery center to have my surgery done, because the price was right. And you know what? A lot of people put a stigma on going out of the country to get, surgery done, let alone just going out the country to do anything, not just for that matter. And they put a lot of, different things in people's heads pertaining to Mexico. Don't believe anything, okay? Do your research. That's all I can say. Do your research. If you feel like it's right to do it, then do it. I didn't have a concern in the world going there because she went there. And that show, if you watch it, you'll know a little bit about why I keep saying that I feel extra comfortable going there. It was a no-brainer for me. Now, I did not go and have my surgery done by the same doctor that she had done, that performed her surgery. I did not go to that doctor. I went to Dr. C. I still till this day cannot pronounce his last name, the doctor that I, had my surgery done with. I can't even talk. Sorry. I can't pronounce his last name of the surgeon who actually performed my surgery. But he was amazing. He was personable. He made us feel extra comfortable. If we had any sliver of a doubt, even ounce of a doubt, that morning, of our surgery, he came in. He actually shook our hands. He spoke with us for a few minutes. He didn't just say, okay, they're signed up to have surgery done with me. They're signed up to have surgery performed by me. I'm just going to go ahead and just check them off the list. Okay, this surgery. All right, next, let's go. No, he came in our room. And that right there, extra confirmation for me. The professionalism of him and his, aide that was with him, top notch. I would do it again just to have the customer service that I received. I would do it again just because of that, mainly for me. That's just my opinion. Now, would I really love to go through all those, gas pains, extra heartburn, not be able to sleep at night? No, I would not love that part of it, but I would do it again just for that experience of it. And not only that, did he come in that morning of our surgery, literally minutes before he wheeled, us back to go have the surgery done. He came the next morning after to check on us, to see how our wounds are healing, to see how they're looking, to make sure we were comfortable, ask us if we needed anything, any questions, what have you. He was there. There was nothing that he wouldn't do for us prior to the surgery or even after, which I loved. That right there was amazing. Now, I'm going to try not to get emotional about this. Okay. Now, I know you guys may want to know a little bit more about... Oh, I know what I forgot to mention. So, my heaviest weight in life was almost 300 pounds, if not 300 pounds. Remember before when I was talking about I lost that 50 pounds and I was able to maintain it for a certain duration of time. So I was about 299, 300 at one point, dropped to 50 pounds with the help of Adipex. Okay, and I got that from my gynecologist at the time years ago. And that did that did wonders for me at that time. But it's not a, one-stop shop. Even this surgery is not a one-stop shop. But yeah, I was tired of being the weight that I am, and I wanted to do something about it for my health, for longevity. We only have one life to live. We only have one body, and we're supposed to be making it our temple and making sure it's the healthiest ever. And I wasn't eating crazy bad, but it was just like, I guess the portion sizes weren't, ideal. Now, they weren't like extravagant, and I have scaled back over the years a lot on my portion size. Let's be very clear. I don't cook crazy. It was just like, you know, with my metabolism and the portion size that I was eating and stuff like that was aiding a lot into my fluctuation with my weight. Now, before pre-op started, actually that morning of, I weighed myself and I was 248.8. 248.8. Now, after pre-op ended, which was that morning of surgery, because you have to be on the pre-op diet, well, depending on your BMI, is when you can actually, it actually deciphers how long you're on the pre-op phase for. So with my BMI, I was on pre-op for 2 weeks. So that started on February 17th, and it includes the day of your surgery as well. So my surgery date was March 3rd of 2023. I started pre-op on February 17th of 2023. So pre-op, I was 248.8. Starting that morning of surgery day, that morning, I was 239 that morning that I weighed myself before we got dressed to go to the airport. So that was 9-pound weight loss within 2-week time frame just by doing the pre-op. Now, with pre-op, weight loss, okay? From the surgery, having the surgery up until this morning, I weigh a whopping total of 226.6. Yes, that is 22 pounds and 2 ounces, guys, that I'm down since I started pre-op and after my surgery. So altogether, 226.6 is what I weigh today, Sunday the 19th. I think it's the 19th today. Yeah, Sunday the 19th, 2023. Still shocked. I was actually speaking to my husband last week. I was like, I wonder, I said, do you think I can get down to like 220 at least by like the end of May? And I totally forgot I had the surgery, so I'm just speaking, just out loud. He's like, yeah, I think you can do that. So I'm literally, 6 pounds away from 220, which is mind-boggling. Okay, mind-boggling, mind-blowing. I am still like in my whoa phase, and I haven't been eating crazy. Like, we had to be on liquid still once we had the surgery, right? Because the day after, all day that day, we can only eat ice chips. Suck on ice chips. We couldn't even eat it. We had to suck on it, which was Saturday, March 4th. And then the next day, they gave us Jell-O, and that's what started our next clear liquid phase. So we had to be on clear liquids for 2 weeks after. And honestly, you can be on clear liquids, during the healing phase, which was a total of like 6 weeks. I did hear, someone say that it can be up to 9 weeks, but I do know 6 weeks is the standard. And my goal actually was to do just clear liquids right after surgery for that 6 weeks time frame. And I have incorporated some clear liquids. When I say clear liquids, I'm saying freshly juiced fruit and vegetables as my clear liquid of choice. You can do chicken broth, bone broth, veggie broth, beef broth as your clear liquid of choice. I personally just do fresh veggie and fresh fruit, or either one. Now, lately I've been doing fresh carrot juice, which is amazing. I know, don't knock it till you try it. Yes, And I did add some fresh beets to it also. So it's a mixture of beets and carrots. And I put a dash of ginger and a dash of turmeric to it. It's amazing. That's what I like to have. You can have that, right before you start your water phase of the day. I do drink water too, every day, all day, including my liquids. I don't have anything added to my water, just pure water. The adjustment for me is reminding myself that I can't take large gulps. I can only take sips, because if I take large gulps, right here, burns so much. You have no idea, no idea. Okay, it burns so much, and it kind of just sits there for a while, and then it takes its time down to my stomach. So you have to be mindful of that. What else can I mention? I think that's about it. Oh, and also I have been making sure I'm portioning out my protein for the day, because you have to have so much protein after surgery, especially in this phase, since we're on week 3, which is purees, which is my favorite. So I'll be able to have refried beans. I know, excuse me, I had a hiccup. A lot of people don't like refried beans, but during the puree phase, you don't care. You're gonna want to go for anything that's real food. So I started with refried beans in my little 4-ounce Drain cup, and I added a little bit of shredded cheese. Melted that for 30 seconds in the microwave. Golden, you hear me? And then yesterday I made extra fine chopped crawfish and shrimp cakes. I have been saying this for a couple of weeks now. I told my husband, I was like, oh, I can't wait to puree phase, because I can puree my crawfish and shrimp and make crawfish and shrimp cakes. And the phase came, but I didn't puree it. I wanted to. I was just so tired. I'm like, let me just cook something up really quick and just be done with it. And I'm glad I did. I waited long and hard for that day, and it was glorious. So made sure to measure out, the crawfish, measure out the shrimp, and also being mindful of measuring out the protein as well. I did learn about that during the pre-op phase, because for women, we can only have 6 ounces of lean protein a day. For men, 8 ounces of lean protein a day. So now I'm being more mindful of reading the back of the protein packages, measuring out and seeing how many servings per package for the protein, and checking out how much protein is in each meat option that I select. And that's really been helping me as well, making sure you have enough protein, because that protein is going to help your healing process. It's going to help you heal a lot faster, and making sure you have different varieties of protein, not just having the lean meats as your protein, but you also want to have something like refried beans. It's another healthy protein. And with my extra protein choice, how it's been helping me, I like to actually make a sugar-free protein pudding, and it's amazing. Don't knock it till you try it. It's a sugar-free vanilla base packet that I use, and then I use some Greek yogurt. Add that to it, because the Greek yogurt that I use is 25 grams of protein per serving. I use 2 tablespoons of that. And then also I add in my almond milk, which is an organic almond milk. It only has 3 ingredients in it: almond milk and honey. That's it. Sorry, almonds, milk. Sorry, almonds, water, and honey. So 3 ingredients in it only. Now, if you want it, well, I take that back too, because I do add a little bit of hemp seed powder as well, which has 15 grams of protein. So I add that with the yogurt to the protein mixture, right? And then I also add 1 scoopful of my protein powder, my cookies and cream protein powder. It's amazing. And that has 25 grams of protein as well per serving. So 1 scoop of that, 25 grams. So I'm having a good deal of protein a day, and I have those measured up in 4-ounce, you know, dram cups, right? After I have the mixture all mixed together, measured up in 4-ounce dram cups, and I do 2 of those a day. One towards the first part of my day, and then one towards the end. It's a nice light treat, nice little, I don't know, it's like the highlight of my day, honestly, because I have like some form of a sweet tooth every now and again. It's a good way to get your extra protein in and crave that little, soothe that little sweet craving also. So that part's amazing. Now, you could, if you didn't want it to be a little liquidy as far as the consistency, because if you're using the almond base, it's not as thick as a normal pudding would be, because normal pudding requires milk. Now you could opt for the almond milk and put in Fairlife, low fat milk, and that will really make it thicker than a Snicker. I tried that one as well. I think I personally love the almond milk base better, only because it gets a little stuck right here. Be mindful, you do know you have to eat very slowly, and you can't just have one scoop and then take 5 seconds and do another scoop. No, you have to wait like 1 to 2 minutes for it to go down. Otherwise, it'll feel like it's so heavy, and you can't drink while you do this either. Be mindful of that. So if you want a little bit more liquidy, it's still pudding consistency, but it's a more liquid pudding consistency, I would recommend doing the almond milk. If not, then if you are okay with feeling like you're dying right here, then I would go for the Fairlife low fat. There's still good options. Me personally, I like the almond milk better. That's just me. It's a preference thing. Now, I think that covers everything, though. Yeah, we're in the 3rd week now. We just started that Thursday. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I noticed, the first thing I noticed with the weight loss, since pre-op and surgery and stuff like that, was my face. Like, my face has been a lot slender. I don't have this little thing. A lot of people didn't notice that, but I did, and it was very annoying. And then I noticed, like, my wrist. I know that's weird. Like, what? People look at the wrist? Yeah. So I noticed my wrist and my arms got a lot smaller. And my waist, I was like, hold up, waist. Where has she been? So those are 2 things I noticed first. And, it's a great feeling. It's an amazing feeling. I'm ready to get to the workout phase. We have to wait 6 weeks. I'm just ready to get it in, okay? So if I'm 226.6 right now, which is March 19th, Sunday, 2023, then I would think I would be able to get to at least 200, probably like 2nd week of April, or shorter time frame, maybe, the way I've been doing things. So hopefully it's a shorter time frame. That would be amazing, but I'm not really looking at the scale too much. I know that we spoke about doing, scale check-ins on Sundays, and, that's cool and everything, but I just want to go based off of what I'm looking like, how I'm feeling, getting the energy to do things I normally do every day. But I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions at all as far as, the facility that we went to, it is in our latest video, so please watch that. If you had questions regarding pricing, feel free to email us at itsagothies@gmail.com. If you loved this video, if you felt like it was informational, please feel free to, subscribe, like, and share this video. Leave a comment down below, and just give us your honest feedback. Like, what are your takes on it? Are you interested in having the surgery? Is your spouse interested in having the surgery? Are you interested in, or had questions regarding it, anything, if I can do my service and help any of them that have questions surrounding that or anything like that, like I'm more than happy. I can't even talk. I am more than happy to assist in that manner, in that way. If you're on the fence about it, I was there. I was there. I was there in October 2022. I was on the fence. I was nervous. I was scared. All those emotions. But you know what? I didn't want to look back and say, why didn't you do it? You could have been this size this year versus this size this year. I didn't want to do that. And no, this is not an easy way out. This is just a helpful way to keep me more accountable of what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my mouth, and how much I should be consuming a day. This holds me accountable. And it's a healthy choice that I made for myself. And I'm glad I made this choice, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. And if you're on the fence, like I said, I've been there. I have been there. And I say do it. Do it. Go ahead and put your deposit down. Go ahead and reserve that date. Go ahead and do it. Your future self will thank you. I'm telling you, your future self will thank you. It's a lifestyle change, not just a diet. It's a lifestyle change. So I will be, eating differently from here on out. I will be cooking differently from here on out. My cooking style's already changed. I'm still, having that Cajun flair that I love, that I always cook with, but it is definitely tweaked. But that's not a bad thing because it's holding me accountable. And I'm eating even healthier than I thought I was prior to surgery. Especially with my ingredients. My ingredients, majority of it was vegetables, but now it's even more vegetables. It's holding me more accountable, so don't be on the fence. Do it. I'm telling you, do it. Your future self will thank you. But once again, my name is Breana. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys have a lovely afternoon, weekend, day, wherever you are in the world. And everybody be blessed, okay?